Okay, welcome to part 10, overhauling the swivel bin housing. Now this is an optional fitment that you can get. This is from Britpart and it's a rubber gaiter to protect your ball, your swivel ball, and it goes on like this. It's in one piece but it's split. Now it looks pretty good on the axle and it will do the job to a certain extent, however it will trap moisture in there. What I want to do is to keep the dirt from getting past the seal into the oil. Right, well you have to glue this with super glue. There's no way out of it at all, and it has to be done on the vehicle basically, which is quite fiddly, and if you're working in a cramped area it will take some time to do, but it will glue. Just to try an alternative way was to glue the joint and then try and fit it over the flange. You can check later in the video to see whether this actually fits on without splitting the super glue on the joint. In the box you get two rubber gaiters, you get the instructions and a template, and you get some gloves and a couple of clips which are okay, and the super glue to glue the things together. There's enough there. Firstly, you need to work out which axle you have, and then you need to check which template you need. And on the back here you have a selection of holes. I'm using the backing plate here, or the seal retaining ring, and find out which holes I need to actually cut out, because this is what you need to do on the gaiter to get it to fit. Remember what I said earlier in tutorials, you have a cutout here which matches, and this will only fit on one way. Right, so we work out where that is first in relation to the holes that are on the rubber gaiter. We can then mark them. Now I've done this with Tipp-Ex, so I know which ones to cut out. Now I have a paper hole puncher here, and you can use these on leather belts. I think you can get them for about £1 from Poundland, and once you've got the holes cut you're ready to go and put it on. Working in this position on the axle with everything fitted, you'll then realise that it is the easiest way around this without struggling. As you can see, I've cut a nice hole with this with the tool. With the rubber gaiter, these concertina parts actually slot in together. Now if you glue it right it won't leak water, but you need to fit it onto the axle really realistically first, and then glue each segment up, each concertina, and then let it stick, and then go on to the next part of the concertina. So you're doing like 2-inch section at a time. This will work. If you try and glue it up in one go it won't. You need to be able to stick it there and hold it and wait for the glue to set. There's no other way around this. Okay, so does it work gluing up the gaiter first, then fitting it over the flange of the ball housing? I think possibly you'll find out in a second here once I've pushed this over. This is a struggle to get over because rubber will only give so much before it splits. However, you can see here that it is going to work. Alright, this is still a struggle however. So there you go. She's fitted, alright. Easy. Anyway, once fitted, you can then go ahead and put your seal retainer on, put your bolts on and bolt it into place. It's quite easy, nothing too demanding here. Once it's in place you can then get your clip which is in the box, or even use cable ties, it's up to you. These are stainless clips so they won't corrode, and I'm using a pair of side cutters to pull this up tight. Once you've pulled it up and it's nipped, you can either snip this off or fold it back. And there you go, basically that is now on. Okay, anyway, that's fitted now and that looks pretty good. You have a dynamic range, there's no obstruction there and it's working. So we'll see how we get on with this over a period of time.